Next thing we're going to do is we are going to apply compressors to destroy the dynamic range. Some parts in the recording where the signal is loud, some parts the signal is low. Take maybe this part for instance. You can hear parts like that where the signal is going at a certain level and then it suddenly kicks in being loud. So what we are going to do is to analyze just like the way we did for our noise gates. We are going to find the average level of the signal. You can see the average level. The average level here is peaking at minus 13 dB. Well, let's take where the peak level is. What we are trying to do is we want to reduce the difference between the peak signal and the average signal so that we have a well balanced recording. I can see somewhere around here has the signal peaking. All right, so we can see it's peaking here at minus 6.6 dB. The average signal was minus 13 dB. All right, so we have between minus 6 and minus 13, which is quite a difference. So what we are going to do is we are going to be using our compressor. Now, the compressor tool on SoundForge, you come to effects, is your wave hammer tool here. Okay, so you see you have your compressor. It also has the threshold, the ratio, the output gain, the attack time, release time, so what we are going to do is the threshold is the condition for the compressor to start acting. Now, if my average level is set to minus 13 dB, but I still want to maintain the natural dynamics that the sound has, because it's not possible for the saxophone to sound at the same level. There has to be natural fluctuations in volume. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to assume a level should be my peak. Let's say if the average level is minus 13, I'm going to assume that I want my peak level to be somewhere around, let's say, minus 9. Okay, so anything above minus 9 should be turned down. Now the compressor would need to be told by what amount should the level be reduced to, which means if something peaks above minus 9 dB, how much should I reduce it to? And that is what your ratio does. Your ratio tells you by how much of that level should be cut out of your signal. Most times you can use your compressors by going through numbers, but most times I advise you work with your ears. Your ear is the most important tool when you are mixing. Use your ears to listen to the peak signals and listen to the compressor kicking into the signal. So in this case here, I'm going to set my threshold level to about minus 9, and then I'm going to preview, and then I'm going to start setting my ratio, trying to listen to the peaks kicking in and how much of the compression how much of the compression being kicked into my signal. So let's preview. Let me play it from a certain level here so that I can do a quick analysis. Effects, wave hammer, and let me bypass this. Then my compressor should kick in, and then I preview. Now, notice that there is a red signal popping up around here. This is showing you the amount of signal being cut out of the recording every time it exceeds your threshold level. All right, so always watch out for the signal here in case you want to use your eyes and not your ears. You see the amount that is being cut out, but be careful not to allow your compressors kicking in too much, because it will make your sound a bit distorted if there's too much compressions added. The goal here is to have your sound compressed without you hearing the effect of compressions on them. So let's do this again. Okay, so you can see that at the point where the sax is peaking, there is a drop in the signal. What we are trying to do is to have the signal level sound well balanced. All that volume fluctuation in the signal is to be balanced. That's what we are trying to achieve. So let's listen to it again so that we are sure that we are doing the right thing.